Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance in the Coachella Valley today, and we are joined by the mayor of 29 Palms. He is John Cole. And so I want to speak with you about your city. A lot of folks know 29 Palms for a couple of things. There's a Marine base there, there's Joshua Tree, there's a lot more. But let's talk about life in 29 Palms if one's a Marine. Give us a sense of that life.
That's a good subject, Brad, and I sure appreciate you having us here today. But you know, there's such a variety of jobs that the Marines do out there on that base. Please. As you probably know, that's the largest inland base that they have. So there's a lot.
Say that again. People may not realize that. It is the largest combat center in the entire country.
Well, the largest inland base. I think down along the coast in the ocean side.
So, okay, well, let's just, it's all good.
Okay, whatever.
All good. But my point is, it's huge.
It is.
It's huge.
And it's just got larger. They had annexed some more land. And,
wow.
And they do that because it gives them the opportunity to do a lot of live fire, real world exercises.
Right.
They have some of those communities out there, they used to call them the Iraqi villages or some of those, that are set up so that all of the Marines that go over to those places when they're doing urban warfare training come through 29 Palms. So on the base, you have those that are there for the training purposes, and then you have those that are there to maintain the base as a base.
Right.
And then the Marines have a very large electronics school. And so there's a lot of youngsters fresh out of basic training and so forth. So you have that group, and they are probably more restrictive than other Marines on the base in terms of getting off their schedules or such, et cetera, et cetera. But you have young Marines, you have the middle-aged Marines, you know, as they're moving through there. And so we see a lot and are so happy to have them get involved in volunteer. Sometimes a unit, if they're between classes, they'll get volunteered to come out, and they'll do a lot helping the elderly or help renovating, or they'll be involved in projects. For example, we have in some of our food servicing to the needy and so forth. They'll come out and help move the quantities of things.
And are these Marines, are they living amongst other folks in 29 Palms? Are there families, their wives, their husbands, their kids? Are they part of the community?
Absolutely they are. First of all, when you talk about education, the school district is not on the base. And so all of the kids attend the public schools in Morongo Unified.
And I must say, I'm talking to a former school teacher who taught algebra and geometry and trigonometry and calculus and all that good stuff. And so you've known those kids. They're your kids. They're your kids for 50 years.
That's exactly right.
And
you
so
know, and when their moms and dads go off, you know, we have them, and so there's that feeling. They are our kids.
Right.
And I was involved in coaching and so forth, and so that's another aspect where you're taking care of them.
That's a big responsibility. That must have made you feel pretty darn special during those times. Well, I mean, you're still teaching community college, but
for me, it made me work harder to take care of those kids.
Right.
Because their mom and dad, who are a long way away, are counting on us and the community. And we try to do that as a community, as a city.
It's very moving.
And so forth. So, you know, the Marines come out and they can get volunteer there, or the young families that have kids in our Park and Rec program. They have programs on the base, but out in the city we have the Park and Rec. There's a lot of opportunity. You know, a lot of these Marines come from the East Coast or from the Midwest or whatever. It gives them an opportunity to explore the desert.
And let's talk about what one can see and do around 29 Palms, because of course we know there's Joshua Tree National Park. It's phenomenal. I take nothing away from it. I mean, it is a crown jewel, but there's more. There's more.
There is. You know, we're getting a little bit of a reputation of that area to be a good place to ride your bicycles.
Nice.
And on April 29th, for example, there'll be the second Park to Park. And this is a combination effort with the National Park, the City of 29 Palms, and the Marine Base.
Right.
And last year there were 60-some riders in a bad weather day. This year they're expecting hundreds. And that's just one example. And so they ride up into the park, turn around and come back down. You know, there's the festivities around it.
And tell us about the skies and how the skies play a role in attracting folks to either live or visit 29 Palms.
That's a biggie, and I'm glad you brought that up, Brad. I was going to mention it.
Right.
We have an organization called Sky's the Limit.
Right.
And about a quarter of a mile outside the Joshua Tree National Park north entrance is where they're located. And there's a dome there, and they have regular programs almost every weekend with telescopes and people that know about them and help people identify. There's some activity going on this weekend, for example, with meteors and all that kind of stuff. And so that's a big opportunity.
Because the reality is you're not surrounded by city lights. I mean, you're
Exactly.
a nice-sized community that's a bit spread out, so you're not going to have the lights take away the beautiful views you can see.
Walked out last night and that almost full moon with the stars and so forth.
Life's
You almost
tough,
reach up
right.
and grab like one of these lights.
Another exciting element of 29 Palms is the revitalization of the downtown area. It's known as Project Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
And I know it's a real proud spot for the council and others. Tell us about Project Phoenix.
We've been working on this for quite a while, Brad, and we're excited about it. It started back when we had redevelopment. You remember that?
Oh, I remember it well.
I'm sure you
and
did
I
down
do
here.
want to digress from that because I think it's important that our viewers know that 29 Palms, it is, you know, the marine capital. They're not going to take any flack from anyone. And when the state tried to shut down Project Phoenix through the redevelopment agency, when redevelopment went away, 29 Palms said, not so fast.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you mentioning
Not
that.
so fast. And
We're kind of proud of that.
And went to the California Supreme Court, I think, or Court of Appeal.
It did, and the Court of Appeal said they're right.
Yeah,
meaning 29
yeah.
Palms.
So
And
Project Phoenix has risen from the Phoenix.
Yes. So we're excited about it. We hope to not only, it's in a section of town that really needs a lot of renovation, but we're hoping with infrastructure improvements, you know, if we
Right.
can put underground the heavy utilities that are right there, if we can add as you probably know with the desert, there's still much in the way of septic systems and so
Right, I
forth.
do, yeah.
So we're trying to do a wastewater treatment plant for that area
Right.
as a start, you know, to try to renovate that. We're looking at a multi-purpose facility
Fantastic.
to whatever,
Right.
conferences,
Right.
for example, to enlarge our opportunities for the local citizens, classes and other learning things, as well as perhaps some more opportunities for the youth and adults in your athletic competitions.
What about housing? I mean, 29 Palms continues to become more popular. Folks are moving there, they're buying vacation homes there. Are you looking at using Project Phoenix as a way to develop some housing opportunities, either affordable housing or housing that is affordable?
Yes, sir. Part of the funding when we sold the bonds was a housing element.
Right.
And that, if it goes, especially as you just described it, then we're going to need more housing. Right now, there's quite a bit of available housing.
Oh, there is. Oh, good to hear.
That are either in the rental categories
Right.
or just over the years, you know, as the base is built, more housing on the base and
I
so forth,
understand.
then it's vacated
I
some of those.
understand.
So there's housing available now, but we're very optimistic that we'll attract a lot of people to the area other than just coming to the base.
Of course.
And of course, the visitors would be the national park. And now, as you very well and very eloquently expressed,
you.
there are a lot of folks coming through there.
Yeah. You'll come back when we're back? He
will.
is John Cole. He is the mayor of beautiful 29 Palms, which is on the edge of San Bernardino County. We're in the Coachella Valley today, and you're watching Local Edition.